Welcome back to YouTube channel Chemistry Live UGPG. Today we'll talk about ionic equilibrium, lecture 1. So I have a simple message for you guys. Please think for innovation, be creative, learn everywhere, anytime and help to learn others. So in this lecture we'll discuss what is a electrolyte and then its classification like strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte and moderate electrolyte. And we will discuss also the degree of ionization and the factors affecting the degree of ionization. So let's define what is an electrolyte. So electrolyte is a substance that produces ion when dissolved in a solvent. It may be water or any molten liquid. So when these ions are produced, the separation of charge takes place in the solution and that would help to conduct the electricity. Similarly, what is a non-electrolyte? So these are the substances that dissolve but do not form ions, just like sugar or ethanol. Okay, so those are called non-electrolyte. So the electrical circuit remains broken. So let's discuss the different types of electrolytes. The first category is strong electrolyte, second category weak electrolyte, and third category is moderate electrolyte. So the electrolyte where complete ionization takes place 100%, then that is called a strong electrolyte. And when there is a partial ionization, let's say around 50%, then that is called a moderate electrolyte. When there is only slight ionization less than 5%, or you can call it less than 10%, then that is called a weak electrolyte. So in case of strong electrolyte, you will have a conductivity value very high, and in case of moderate, the conductivity will be moderate, and in case of weak electrolyte, the conductivity of the solution will be low. So now let's discuss the degree of ionization, that is alpha. So alpha is the ratio of a number of molecules ionized divided by the total number of molecules dissolved. So this is a dimensionless quantity that is called degree of ionization alpha. So here you can see visual proof, that is the alpha value is here 5%. So the degree of ionization, again we have already discussed the amount of molecule ratio of molecule of amount of molecules ionized divided by the ratio of total molecules dissolved. So when this alpha equal to 1, then that is a strong electrolyte. Then if it is 0, then weak electrolyte, and if it is around 0.5, then that is moderate electrolyte. So again here we can say, again on the basis of degree of dissociation, if it is 100%, then that is strong electrolyte. If it is 50%, then that is moderate electrolyte. If it is less than 10% or 5%, then that is called weak electrolyte. And here are some examples of different types of electrolyte. Strong electrolyte like NaCl, potassium nitrate, HCl, NOH. Similarly, moderate electrolyte H3PO4, MgOH whole twice, magnesium hydroxide. And under weak electrolyte, we have acetic acid, ammonium hydroxide, and H2CO3, etc. So based upon the ionization, we can say when the alpha value is 1 or 100%, then that is a very strong electrolyte, and we have already given the examples. Similarly, alpha is 30 to 70%, then that is a moderate electrolyte we can say, or conductivity will be moderate. The alpha is less than 1 means that is upon 10%, less than 10%, then that is a weak electrolyte, and it will have a low conductivity. Examples: acetic acid, ammonium hydroxide, etc. So now we'll discuss what are the factors affecting the degree of ionization. So first is the concentration, second factor dielectric constant of the solvent, third is the temperature, that is thermal energy, fourth one is presence of common ions, and fifth one is pressure, that is in gaseous phase. So this is the alpha, that is called the degree of ionization. So if we talk about the dilution first, So if we take a concentrated solution, here we will have a low alpha value, and for dilute solution we have a high alpha value, the degree of ionization. So in case of dilute solution, the ions are spread apart, and so recombination falls and shifting the equilibrium towards higher ionization. But if you consider the strong electrolyte, already the alpha is already 100%, so dilution has a little effect. So again, we have already discussed this high concentration here you can see, and high dilution. So the ions are very far apart, preventing the recombination. So there will be the high degree of ionization. So basically, as concentration decreases, the degree of ionization increases, alpha value increases. Then the facilitator of ionization. So these are the three factors. So that will help to facilitate ionization: nature of the solute, then dielectric constant of the solvent, and temperature. So these three factors will increase the degree of ionization. So basically, the fundamental chemical identity dictates the baseline for each of ion formation based upon bond strength, and the solvents like having high dielectric constant like water, that will raise the degree of ionization alpha value. And again, this ionization process is endothermic in nature. So if we increase the temperature, so the alpha value will be higher, the degree of ionization will be higher. Similarly, what are the factors that will decrease the degree of ionization? That is common ion effect and pressure. So if you add extra common ion to the system, then that will suppress the electrolytes ionization, and it will decrease the degree of ionization. Similarly, for gaseous system, if you increase the pressure heavily, so there will be decrease in ionization, so they will favor the unionized molecular form under the application of high pressure. So here for gaseous electrolyte, so increasing pressure, it will decrease the alpha. So this is the baseline. So high pressure, basically what happens, physically pushes the molecule closer together, overriding the spatial separation and heavily favoring the molecular unionized form. So now I would like to thank Notebook LM for making excellent slides for better understanding of my students. So please subscribe to our channel Chemistry Live UGPG. And this is the channel for class 11th and 12th students, Foundation Chemistry AB. So this is a simple step towards making life better. Thank you all for learning.